The moment you show weakness, the world doesn't just notice it, it hunts it. Weakness isn't silence, it's a scream. It tells everyone you're ready to be broken. It tells everyone you're open to be used. Weakness is not invisible. Weakness is the loudest invitation you'll ever send. And once that invitation is sent, you don't control who enters. You don't decide who stays. The wolves, the snakes, the vultures, they all arrive. They smell your fear. They feel your hesitation. And they don't hesitate to take from you what you couldn't protect. Weakness is an invitation to betrayal, because loyalty dies when strength disappears. Weakness is an invitation to disrespect, because nobody bows to someone who can't defend their own ground. Weakness is an invitation to failure, because opportunity never waits for the broken. It feeds on them. Every crack in your armor is noticed. Every slip in your voice is recorded. Every hesitation is a weapon handed to the enemy without a fight. You think the world shows mercy? No, mercy is a luxury reserved for the strong. The weak don't get mercy. They get silence, they get betrayal, they get left behind. The truth is simple. Weakness doesn't earn you kindness. Weakness doesn't earn you compassion. Weakness earns you exploitation. People don't respect tears, they respect scars. They don't respect apologies, they respect dominance. They don't respect the man who kneels, they respect the one who makes others kneel. And once you understand that, you'll see weakness for what it really is. Not just a flaw, but an open door. A signal flare in the night sky, calling every enemy, every betrayer, every opportunist to your doorstep. Weakness is an invitation, and the world never declines an invitation. Respect is not asked for, it is taken. The moment you open your mouth and beg for it, you've already lost it. Because respect is not a gift, it is not a favor, it is not something anyone hands to you out of kindness. It is a prize won by force, a throne seized by fire, a crown forged in the heat of power. Ask for respect, and you reveal your weakness. Demand it without strength, and you expose your emptiness. But take it with silence, with presence, with unshakable strength. And the same people who once ignored you will bow their heads without being told. The truth is brutal. People don't respect words, they respect weight. They don't respect promises, they respect proof. They don't respect the one who talks loudest. They respect the one who doesn't need to talk at all. You see, respect is never written on paper, it is carved into memory. It's not spoken into existence. It's earned when your actions leave no room for doubt. When you walk into a room, respect should follow you like a shadow, not because you asked for it, but because you've built a presence that commands it. It's not about screaming, it's not about showing off, it's about carrying an energy that tells everyone, cross this line and you will regret it. Respect comes when people know you're capable of everything, yet controlled enough to choose when to unleash it, and make no mistake, respect doesn't come cheap. It costs nights of sacrifice, years of discipline, battles fought in silence where no one applauded you. It costs scars, betrayals, and the blood you spilled along the way. That's the price, that's the currency, and those unwilling to pay it are destined to live as shadows, always overlooked, always dismissed. The weak wait for respect, the strong take it. The weak speak about what they deserve, the strong show why they deserve it. The weak expect loyalty, the strong demand it by the very weight of their existence. That is the difference, that is the line. Respect is not asked for, it is taken, and once you take it, guard it. Because the world is filled with vultures waiting for you to slip, waiting for you to soften, waiting for you to ask for what you once commanded. The moment you ask, it's gone. The moment you beg, it's stolen. Respect is only yours as long as you're strong enough to hold it. Power bows only to greater power, nothing else. Not kindness, not love, not friendship, not pity. Power does not bend for good intentions. It bends only when something stronger forces it to. That is the truth men fear to admit, because it strips away the illusions of fairness, the illusions of equality, the illusions that the world respects anything other than strength. You can smile at power, it won't smile back. You can beg it for mercy, it won't listen. You can try to charm it, flatter it, reason with it, but power doesn't care about your words. Power speaks only one language, domination. It kneels only when it sees something greater, something heavier, something sharper. The strong don't obey the weak. Lions don't bow to sheep. Empires don't surrender to whispers. Power respects only what threatens it, only what matches it, only what has the will to crush it. That's the law that has written every war, every dynasty, every victory in history. And if you want to stand among the strong, you must understand it. Power bows to nothing soft. It bows to nothing fragile. It doesn't bow to morality. It doesn't bow to prayers. It doesn't bow to excuses. It bows only when it is confronted by a force so undeniable, so relentless, that it has no choice but to kneel. That is the reality of this world. You want respect, don't ask for it. Build power. You want loyalty, don't beg for it. Command it with strength. You want control, don't plead for it. Seize it and make it impossible for anyone to take it away. Because the truth is this: power does not share the table with weakness. It eats weakness. It consumes weakness, and it moves on. And the moment you stop growing, the moment you get comfortable, the moment you believe your position is untouchable, that is when a greater power will arrive to remind you that thrones are never owned, they are borrowed. Power respects only greater power, and when it finds you unprepared, it will rip everything from your hands and hand it to someone hungrier. That's why the ruthless rise and the soft fall. That's why kings are crowned in blood, not in kindness. That's why men who control empires never sleep easy, because they know somewhere in the shadows a greater power is waiting, watching, growing, and when it arrives, it won't ask for your seat. It won't negotiate. It won't request permission. It will take, because that's the rule. Power bows only to greater power, and the world never forgets it. Fear and respect walk hand in hand. One without the other doesn't last. Respect without fear is fragile. It breaks the moment someone thinks they can challenge it. Fear without respect is chaos. It makes people obey you in silence, but betray you the second you turn your back. But when fear and respect move together, side by side, they create something unshakable. People claim they want to be respected for who they are, for their kindness, for their heart. That's a lie told to comfort the weak. Respect built on kindness alone is an illusion. It lasts only until someone stronger arrives. True respect is born from a shadow, a weight, a presence that makes people hesitate before they even think of crossing you. That hesitation, that silence, that's fear, and that fear breeds respect. You see, men respect strength not because they admire it, but because they fear the consequences of defying it. They respect silence when they know that silence hides power. They respect restraint only when they know what will happen if that restraint is broken. Fear makes them careful. Respect makes them loyal. Together they keep the wolves in line. Without fear, respect is fake. It's lip service. They'll smile in your face, but they'll plot behind your back. Without respect, fear is unstable. They'll follow you when they have no choice, but the moment they get a chance, they'll tear you down. But when fear and respect walk together, betrayal becomes rare, loyalty becomes unshakable, and silence becomes more powerful than noise. Understand this: fear alone makes people obey the rules. Respect makes them believe in them. Fear makes them follow. Respect makes them stay. And when both are present, no one dares to move against you. They don't just see a person, they see a wall they cannot break, a storm they cannot fight, a fire they cannot extinguish. That is the truth of power. That is the truth of leadership. Fear without respect breeds rebellion. Respect without fear breeds weakness. But when they walk together, side by side, no man dares to test you. No enemy dares to speak against you. No betrayer dares to move in the shadows, because they know, deep down, that crossing you means losing everything. And once you hold that balance, once people fear disappointing you as much as they respect following you, you don't just control them, you own them. Fear and respect, bound together, become the chains that hold power in place. And those chains are unbreakable. Fear and respect walk hand in hand. And when they do, the world falls silent. The strong write the rules, the weak obey them. That's the law of this world, the law that's older than kingdoms, older than empires, older than every story men tell to make themselves feel safe. Power doesn't ask for permission. Power doesn't sit around waiting for approval. Power decides, and once it decides, the rest have no choice but to follow. The weak talk about fairness, the strong don't. The weak wait for justice, the strong create it. The weak live by rules written for them. The strong bend the rules, break the rules, erase the rules, and write new ones in their own handwriting. That's the difference between standing above the crowd and being buried beneath it. Look at history. It's always the same. The ones who built empires didn't follow instructions. They didn't wait for blessings. They didn't ask permission to rise. They took what they wanted, and in the ashes of what they destroyed, they wrote the rules everyone else still follows. That's the pattern, that's the cycle, and it has never changed. The weak obey because they have no choice. They sign their names under contracts they didn't write. They live inside systems they didn't design. They pray to gods they didn't choose. They spend their lives playing a game where the pieces, the board, and the outcome were all decided by someone stronger long before they were born. That's weakness. That's obedience. That's the silent slavery most never escape. But the strong don't live under anyone's shadow. The strong decide where the shadow falls. They don't walk inside cages, they build cages for others. They don't just play the game, they own the board. They write the rules in ink, and if ink doesn't work, they write them in blood. And the weak sign them, follow them, obey them, because they have no power to resist. This is why respect follows strength. This is why fear follows strength, because deep down everyone knows the one who can write the rules controls the outcome. The one who writes the rules owns the truth. The one who writes the rules owns the future, and the one who doesn't obeys in silence and hears the cold truth. Every law you follow, every system you live in, every limit you believe in, it was written by someone stronger than you. Someone who had the courage to take control while everyone else hesitated. Someone who was willing to do what the weak would never dare. That's how the world works. That's how it always will work. The strong write the rules, the weak obey them. And as long as you remain weak, you'll always live inside someone else's design, someone else's law, someone else's truth. But if you choose strength, if you build it, if you claim it, then one day you'll stop obeying. One day you'll start writing, and when you do, the weak will follow you, just like they've followed every strong man before you.